So, hello guys. Start with a new problem again today. That is Parrot Palindrome 2 680 LeetCode problem. So, what it is saying that you have given a string s and return true if s can be palindrome after deleting at most one character from it. So, if at most we can delete one character, or if we do not delete any of the character and then also it is palindrome, then we can return true. Or if we delete at most one character, in this case either B or C, if we delete either of the one, then it would become something like this. If we delete C, and if we delete B, it would become something like ACA. So then also it is a palindromic string. And what is palindromic string? From the two past videos we are seeing I string, which can read from either of the side in the reverse way or in the original form. Sound 1 is known as palindrome string. So, what would be the logic? Logic would be very simple. One by one, we'll compare each and every characters from the first corner of the first corner to the end corner and check whether they match or not. If they do not match, then we'll check for we'll check for um, another string which do not contain either of the two characters present in our original string. If that particular string turns has to be palindromic string, then we'll return true, otherwise we'll return false. So let's start coding. First of all, we'll take length of the string. Now we take start, or yeah, this time let's take left. The starting point and the ending point would be n-1. Now using two pointers which we had already used in our previous video as well, we'll compare each and every character of the left and right string, whether they match or not. Okay, so let's take out each character of the left and right of the string. Now we'll check if these character matches or not. If they don't, what we'll do, we'll return for the palindromic string which do not correct either of the characters C1 and C2 in it, and check for the rest of the other characters whether they form a palindromic string or not. So we'll take original string, we'll take left +1 and the end, as well as we'll also check for the other condition that we'll take the original string from the left hand side to the end -1 when it is not containing the end characters, and we'll return from these conditions, and we'll increment our left, decrement our end. Let's make it left and right so that there is no confusion at all. Okay, at last we'll return true. If we are returning true in this function, that means the original string itself is palindromic string. So here we'll also return boolean palindrome. We'll take the string, we'll take in the start, comma 8 and simply write for whether the string is palindrome or not. So while start is less than n, and if s dot at start is not equals to s dot here at end, then we return false. Otherwise start plus plus will increment it and end minus minus. At the end we can return true. So what we are doing, we are taking the length of the string and left and right using the 2 pointers approach. We are checking for each characters and comparing it from left hand side to the right hand side. If they do not match, then we'll try to check for the palindromic string which do not contains these character one by one. So either of the one, if it is true, then we can return true at the last. Okay, but if it is not falling into this, we'll increment our left and increment our right. At last we return true. If we are returning from this function true, that means our whole string is palindromic string. And if it is not the case, like in the second example, that means we are either removing any of the character like B or C and checking for checking for a new string which do not contain these characters and check whether if it is a palindromic string or not. If it is, then we'll return true from these conditions. Okay, so let's now submit our test and see whether it is working or not. Yeah, return. Yeah, it is working. As you can see, it is working totally fine for all of these conditions. Okay, and now we are submitting it. Absolutely fine, it is working. That's all. Signing off. Meeting tomorrow at the same time.